Aliens invade city. Wow, those newspaper guys are getting pretty aggressive with their up-to-date reporting.
They probably just write a bunch of alien guerrilla stories in advance and just change the dates. Whee!
City dirtification project a resounding success. Mayor credits New Jersey's rich supplies of rust, grime, crud, and skank. I still can't believe Bosco left town without saying goodbye. Now we'll have to go out into the city when we want to buy stuff.
I don't mind. I embrace change.
That's hobos, Max. You embrace hobos.
Right? What did I say? Whee!
Hello, sir. Mr. President.
President? You are the ruler of this planet?
Oh no, I'm just President of the United States. We're only one of many united nations working
You're
together
alone
to
here,
achieve...
sir. You can speak freely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in charge pretty much.
Perfect. Just the one I wanted to see.
Keep the hands where we can see them, pal.
But of course, I have come to your pitiful, beautiful world for a peaceful exchange of technology. All the wonders of the galaxy, yours.
What's the catch?
No catch. All I ask in return is your help while my research assistants search for an artifact of interest to my people.
What are you doing here, Agent Superball?
As you know, sirs, when you appointed me Secretary of the Posterior, that placed me in command of the Department of Homeworld Security.
I didn't know we had one of those. Did you, Max?
Heck if I know. As soon as they gave me a button that shoots ballistic missiles and a hotline to Mila Jovovich, I lost interest in everything else.
Well, I investigate visitations from aliens, abductions, violations of the time stream, lost continents, myth and legends, that kind of thing.
What's the homeworld security threat level, Superball?
It's currently hovering between Candy Apple and Fire Engine Red, sir. I'll keep you updated.
What's this about an artifact?
It is the eyes of Yog-Sothoth, one of hundreds of magical toys scattered throughout the galaxy by the Great Comet.
It's believed to give the holder the power to see the future.
What a coincidence! I was
He was just saying how he wished he could see the future, so he and I would stop showing up to work wearing the same thing.
It gets pretty awkward.
So, about this artifact.
Yes, you have found it?
Not as far as you know, but just for fun. Why is it so important to you?
It's a legendary treasure, said to give the wielder the power to predict his enemy's every movement, manipulate the economies and governments of weaker worlds, avoid death, find complex solutions to puzzles using unconventional combinations of everyday items, and crush anyone who stands in his way! But that's all just a myth. I would simply give it away to my nephew in Canada.
Just wondering, how much do you pay for security on a ship like that?
Security?
You know, laser grids, explosive time locks, that kind of thing.
We're just curious.
My spaceship and the wonders aboard it are open to all the feeble people of Earth.
It's no fun when they don't put up a fight!
So, we can just walk right on your spaceship whenever we want?
Of course. The miracles of my technology are welcome to everyone, especially to your planet's mole people.
What's the story behind your whole mole man fixation?
It's no fixation. General Skunkape is a friend to all creatures of the galaxy, from the greatest ape to the tiniest, most insignificant and pitiable mole man.
Hey, we know the most insignificant and pitiable mole man.
On every planet I visit, all of the local mole people are invited to ride my fantastic gamma beam to a wonderful off-world vacation they'll never forget. I don't kill them.
Where are these fabulous off-world vacations exactly?
Why, any planet you can imagine.
Pluto?
That's not a planet, Max.
The planet of nubile Amazon priestesses bathing in rivers of chocolate and toffee?
Sure. Why not?
Does the General want a banana?
I see. Because I resemble your Earth gorillas, you assume I want a banana. I'm glad to see that Earthlings are still so charmingly racist.
Relax, buddy. We're just making sure you're getting enough potassium. You're not from around here, are you?
Guilty. You could tell by the accent, right? No, I have traveled from a planet hundreds of light years away from your own. It was once a beautiful, swampy and muggy world, the air dancing with swarms of mosquitoes, the stillness of the nights punctuated only by the mewling of infants and the drunken revelries of toothless secessionists. Its name would be impossible for your earth tongues to pronounce, but my people know it as Pensacola.
So you're planning to just find your magic toy and leave the planet peacefully, right?
The Earth's Chamber of Commerce has a selection of coupons for discounted dining and entertainment during your stay.
Find my toy and leave? Of course not!
Stay frosty, Max. This is the part where he loses it and rips his mask off or eats a live mouse or something.
Roger that. I'll get my video camera.
I would never leave without sharing the technology of my world with your backward but fascinating people.
All right, we'll let you know if we find that artifact.
After clearing it through the Department of Homeworld Security first. Just a formality.
Go in peace.
It's General Skunk Ape's horrible spaceship. Good likeness. This place looks eerily familiar. Check it out, Max. The control center for invaders from distant stars.
Yeah, alien spaceship. Seen it! I just want to get to the part where I have those sweet psychic powers.
We just need our friend the Brain to hook you up and... Oh no, he's dead!
Didn't he look more moist in the future?
We've got to find some way to wake him up so he can explain what's going on. Nothing. He died too soon, I'm assuming. How are we going to wake him up?
You must figure out how to do it eventually, Sam. He was awake in the future.
Well, that's going to be pretty clever of me. I wonder how I end up doing it.
Future vision.
You did it, Sam and Max. You awakened me from the sleep of 100 deaths. How did you do it?
Well, that's encouraging.
So, how did we do it?
I don't know. We haven't done it yet. I know. What if you use that future vision on me?
You did it, Sam and Max. You awakened me from the sleep of 100 deaths. How did you do it?
Easy peasy. All it took was Stinky's demon broth and Mama Bosco's futuristic power core. Well, you heard the mean little buddy. We've got to find some demon broth and Mama Bosco's futuristic power core. Hey, it's all my stuff.
Congratulations.
It's empty.
Step aside, ladies. Big winner coming through.
Congratulations.
Hey, pal, we want to ask you...
I've been listening to suits like you for too long already. You can dig your own tunnels now, whilst I enjoy an all-expenses paid off-world vacation. So long, suckers.
And that is why we're doing a staycation this year.
Weird. There's a hard hat and some kind of vacation ticket.
All the personal effects confiscated from our fuel resources are collected and donated to various intergalactic Mole Man charities.
What a nice gesture. We should leave it for when that mole man gets back, Sam.
I think he went to live on a farm to play with other mole men.
Oh. Check if he left his wallet.
No such luck. In a better world, aliens and Earthlings would be able to unite under our shared love of really cool guns.
Whee!
You ever worry that your future vision was just a big misunderstanding and Skunk Ape turns out to be a good guy after all?
Worrying is for lesser creatures, Sam. I'm a highly advanced psychic being, the next stage in our evolution.
Well, when you put it like that, I can't help but be even more terrified. I sure hope that alien brain appreciates all the trouble we're going through to bring him back to life.
You know how those intellectuals are. They'll probably start bragging that he doesn't own a TV.
Keep watching the skies, Max.
I'll shoot if they try anything funny.
I never drink when I'm on a case.
Future vision.
knew Flint Paper was brave, but ordering spaghetti a la Stinky is just plain reckless. Hey, it's Flint Paper.
Hi, you furry pals.
Maybe Flint can help us with our case, Sam.
Anytime, fellas. Except now. Would you look at that? Stinky's prize-winning spaghetti. A private dick's gotta eat, you know?
Ooh, you'd like to steal my super secret demon broth recipe, wouldn't you? Well, hands off! What is it now?
Stay cheerful, Grandpa Stinky.
Ah!
Do you know anything about a missing power core, Flint?
Give me a break, Sam. I haven't eaten a thing since that yak's blood on my Himalayan caper. And some gummy worms. Come back when I'm done eating, would you?
Any luck finding that artifact?
No, but my best minions, research assistants, are on the case. Have you seen it?
No, but I've got my best Max on the case. Not to point fingers or anything, but we couldn't help noticing that disembodied alien brain floating in a jar on board your ship.
How much do you want for it?
Oh, it's not for sale, my friends. That brain is all that remains of my colleague, Gordon, Joe, the Hanson son. He fought by my side for many years and gave his life to find the great artifacts. He was a great warrior. He really had an eye for toys, and he was a good friend.
Any ideas how we can bring that brain back to life?
No, there's no hope for him, I'm afraid. I'll have to find a replacement.
This is making me uncomfortable.
We're done talking now.
Future vision.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Max, no! Not the Chrysler Building!
That sounds fun. I can hardly wait.
Toys, toys. We must prepare the toys.
Well, that's just a typical Friday night for you, Sam.
Gee, little buddy, here in 2109, our street looks pretty much the same as it did 100 years ago.
Keep moving, Earthling. Emperor Skunkape II has demanded tribute.
You used to be so much cooler, Max. See you wherever that is, then, my love.
Future vision. Future vision.
Max Rampage in 4th devastating week. Devastating Rampage? Just what have you got planned, Max?
Just my usual Tuesday night rampage. Nothing that would make the newspapers.
It's been months and they still haven't sealed up this crack. Somebody should do something about it.
I say we all wear gray ribbons to raise crack awareness.
Are you guys ready to help us fight crime?
We're still on the search for new recruits.
If you spot any unused office equipment, be sure to hook a brother up.
It says right here in the instructions, only usable by Mole Man. This hard hat should only be used by people engaged in dangerous or questionable activity.
Hello and welcome to the COPS version 2.5.
Do you guys know where to find something called a power core?
What's his problem?
We were forced to witness Mama Bosco tearing apart circuit boards to construct her power core. We prefer not to talk about it.
It was horrible.
See ya, cops.
End of line.
Please say the name of the person you want to call.
You've reached Bosco Tech Labs, the city's leading research facility for scientific breakthroughs with a woman's touch.
Science and woman.
I'm dead.
Whee! I miss Grandpa.
The name Bosco and science go together like church and state.
Spooky.
Mama Bosco?
Get out.
Get out of here. It's Sam and Max.
Hiya, Harry. We were looking for Mama Bosco.
Do not be afraid. Mama Bosco has passed on to the other realms. But I shall attempt to establish a link to...
Oh, there she is. Hey, good looking.
Oh, hey guys.
Mama Bosco sends greetings from the ethereal plains.
Welcome to the labs. You're my first visitor.
Wait, I was your first visitor?
Right.
Hello, operator? Oops, sorry. You know how those spirits are once they get talking about the good old days when they were alive. I guess we can't make outgoing calls. Spiderwebs and spooky houses go together like well-dressed dogs and naked bunnies.
How many times have I told you not to use the B word, Sam?
Wonder what's in here.
Don't open it, Sam! It probably leads to a fantastic land of wonder and thinly disguised religious allegory.
Good call, Max. We already wasted enough time poking around that toll booth. Does anybody mind if I change the channel?
Is this the one with the space gorilla? Nah, I've already seen it.
It's Mama Bosco's dimensional destabilizer thing.
Push that green button. What's the worst it could do?
Tear a hole in the fabric of existence and bring the Elder Gods back to this dimensional plane.
Oh. What happens if you double-click it?
I can't tell if that's something Mama Bosco invented, or an award Mama Bosco got for inventing something.
Either way, it's pretty impressive.
Hey, neat. The eerie oozing remains of Mama Bosco's ghostly visitations.
Oh, that must be ectoplasmic jelly, 'cause ectoplasmic jam don't shake like that.
Charmingly outdated science textbooks, from the Earth to the elaborate moon landing hoax. If these findings are true, then that would mean it's scientifically impossible for Max and me to exist. Oh, no, wait. I was reading it wrong. Not having to worry about fire safety is one of the many advantages of being a ghost.
Or being us.
No.
What does it do?
No way. I didn't think they'd come out with the XKJS3 model yet. This baby is 8 times as fast and has 18 USB slots.
What does it do?
No idea. This thing does science so hard, you say, I've never seen that much science. And it's all, check this out. And then, boom, more science.
I'm sensing that you want to ask me some questions.
Did you hear about General Skunk Ape's fabulous off-world vacations?
What mole man hasn't heard about it? It's the talk of the 5 boroughs.
Why don't you go try it out?
I was at a job interview when they gave out the tickets. By the time I got back, it was already too late.
What are you doing here, Harry?
I'm working as Mama Bosco's lab assistant.
I never hired him.
And she says I'm perfect for the job.
But you don't know anything about science.
Or hygiene.
Which means I'll never go mad and take over the lab for my own twisted experiments. I'm perfect.
I thought you already had a job.
Apparently, there was some kind of power shakeup. I got laid off. You guys aren't looking for another partner, are you?
We'll keep your resume on file in case there's an opening. Are you sure that you're compatible with Mama Bosco?
Of course. I've been blessed with the unique ability to communicate with the recently deceased.
Only you can see me, huh? How many fingers am I holding up?
Only one! Ha! See? I am... Oh.
You know, Harry, we can all see and hear Mama Bosco.
That's just a manifestation of the unconscious... Oh, who am I kidding? You're right. I'm just useless.
Come on, Harry. You're not just useless.
He's right. You're totally useless.
If you can talk to the dead, maybe you know about psychic powers?
Sam's worried about my brain because I can see the future now.
Psychic powers? There's no such thing. They just made that up to sell documentary TV series back in the 70s.
See, Sam, there's nothing to worry about.
Well, unless they're caused by a giant deadly tumor.
See you around, Harry.
And cheer up. You'll get what's coming to you.
That's what I'm afraid of. And ghosts.
I know what would cheer you up, Harry. An all-expenses-paid vacation.
You actually have one of Skunkopy's golden tickets? Well, that's a nice gesture, but I don't take charity. I'd have to give you something in return.
Okay, fine. What have you got?
Oh, lots of stuff. Like, nothing you'd want.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
What can I do for you boys?
Dr. Mama Bosco, your lab is actually pretty impressive. Bosco's inventions always kind of, well...
sucked.
Yes. Well, he was always a special boy.
Have you heard from Bosco?
He sent a few postcards. He and that Bluster Blaster machine finally made it to Las Vegas.
I didn't know Bosco liked gambling.
He said he's got a system. Plus $15 billion left over from the money that some idiots gave him for his inventions.
I'm sure those idiots had very good reasons. How's the afterlife treating you, Mrs. Mama Bosco?
That's Dr. Mama Bosco. I spent the summer getting my PhD online.
Yeah, I started to do that, but I kept getting distracted by all the funny cat pictures.
You don't know how to use computers, Max. What's your doctorate in, Mama Bosco?
Bridging the trans-dimensional gap to return spirits to their corporeal form. My master's was in funny cat pictures.
Sounds like you're tired of being a ghost.
Oh, it's not all bad. I'm getting better at apparating. And now I don't leave a trail of ectoplasmic slime behind every time I leave the room.
That's better than Sam can say.
But I'll be glad when I finish my dimensional destabilizer and get my body back. I miss touching things.
Yeah, touching is my third favorite thing to do to things. In case anyone was curious, second is licking.
Do you happen to know anything about a power core?
Where did you hear about that?
From magazines? About pamphlets?
I had a power core stolen from my lab.
Who do you think stole your power core?
No idea. I've got a, real detective on the case, though.
It's a good thing we're trying to steal it too, or we'd be offended by that remark.
Couldn't have come at a worse time, either. I've almost got my dimensional destabilizer working, but the dimensional rift generator is useless without power.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time I didn't understand what you just said.
What did this power core thing look like?
What a question. It looks like a power core. You know, that's like asking what a Vanderpunt particle emitter looks like.
What's the deal with Harry Molman?
I don't know. Some things science can't explain. If you're asking why he's here, he's been pestering me to be my research assistant or something.
The friendly spirit says she can only speak through her trusted medium.
Give it up, Harry.
Sorry.
Did you hear about the alien gorilla that landed on our street?
Yeah, it came through on the news alert. Something about sharing alien technology and ending all poverty and disease on Earth, right?
Well, yeah, but that's just one part of why he's evil.
I'm sure he's fine. I'm even gonna ask him if he can help me finish my dimensional destabilizer.
I'd be careful around that General Skunk Ape.
You two don't trust anybody, do you?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what are you trying to pull?
Just wait till he helps me with my inventions. Then you'll see he's not such a bad guy.
The new lab is, nice?
Thanks for saying so, but it needs work. Do you have any idea how hard it is to find abandoned real estate in Manhattan that's not already haunted?
It is a dyer's market.
I had to start reading the exorcism listings in the paper just to find a lead on this place.
Why didn't you just set up your lab in the inconvenience store?
Not everything happens on your street, Sam. Besides, that place isn't zoned for mixed-use haunting. They've got guys from the city coming by every day to evict me from this place. Only way to get rid of them is by making the walls bleed.
You're a doctor. Can you tell us anything about late-onset male psychic dysfunction?
Psychic powers? It's probably a melon-sized deadly tumor.
Probably?
Well, it could be mind worms, of course. But I don't want to be alarmist. Most likely it's the deadly tumor.
Couldn't Max just have the perfectly safe kind of non-lethal psychic powers?
Oh, it's Max. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, then. Could you, have him stand a little farther away from my machines, though?
Are these psychic powers dangerous for Max at all?
Well, probably not, if he's careful and only uses them responsibly.
And what if it's Max?
Well, he'll overwork his brain so much that it catches fire and explodes.
Oh, I have got to see that.
You can't see that, Max. Your brain will catch fire and explode.
Well, that's why you'll have to record it for me, Sam. Duh.
See you on the other side, Dr. Mama Bosco.
Not if I can get this destabilizer working.
Future vision.
My missing power core. I knew you were the right one to find it, Flint Paper.
It was nothing.
Thanks, Sam and Max. This is exactly what I need to turn my life around.
Harry's got a great big wonderful surprise waiting for him.
And to think all it took was this. Are you sure you can't make those future visions last a little longer, Max?
That would take all the fun out of it.
So long, suckers! Prepare yourselves, mole women of outer space. The Love Digger is on his way. Oh.
My missing...
It was nothing.
Whee!
Harry must have dug his way in here.
They say they don't like to be in bright sunlight, but I say it's just an excuse to do more property damage. A brilliant excuse.
Hey, Max, why don't you hop in there and see where it leads?
Yeah, sure. Crawl through a narrow tunnel to nowhere filled with hairy mole man spore. Great idea.
Harry must have dug his way in here.
They say that...
Hello, operator? Oops. Yep. It's gonna take some real detective work to track down that missing power core. See you, Max.
Keep in touch.
No, I already took care of that before we left. I could climb this thing to get a better perspective on the situation, but I need to get higher. The name Bosco and science go together like church. Pretty cool. Not useful, though. It's kind of... The name Bosco... It's kind
Future vision.
Well, that knocked him out cold.
Do it again! Do it again!
Future vision.
Two in one blow, and without any significant injuries either.
Whee!
Future vision.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
Well, now I just want to know how we get over there.
Me too. Knowing us, it's probably something clever but overly complicated.
Either you guys seen Charlie? He was supposed to be back by now.
It's going to take some real detective work to track down that missing power core. This hard hat should only be used by people engaged in dangerous... That won't work. Even though he can't think, has no arms, and is made of pudding, there's something about Puddinhead Lincoln that'd get my vote.
Don't vote for Puddinhead. He's soft on crime. Get it? Soft?
My second best and third most dangerous friend. Now, that'd be a waste of bullets. I don't need to shoot anybody. It's enough that they know I have a gun. It says right here in the instructions, only... As much as I'd love...
Come on,
This broken gumball machine always...
Like that...